Message from Sunnahfollowers. This is from Sheikh Saleh. We need to unite. Sisters, wear your hijab. Wear your beards. Be proud of your beards. Stay home, stay home, stay in your home. Stand up, unite, and stand for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That's right, Saleh. We all should stand up in solidarity, not transgressing the limits of Allah, but standing together with patience and understanding. This is Sunnahfollowers.
With dignity, humility, and balance.
If you want to learn about how to balance and maintain your faith every day, you need to be here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, being taught by Laila Nasheeba, streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers. Hope to see you there, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Yusuf and this is Ayub. And if you are benefiting like we are from the classes and the ongoing programming and tuning into the Sunnahfollowers, please donate. Let this be an ongoing sadaqah jariyah on your behalf. You're helping the kids, the converts, and everyone seeking knowledge. And it's a wealth of information every day you tune in. Don't forget, you are being rewarded for your generous donations to keep this programming on air. You know, just like what you're hearing, put your dollar where the dollar's at. Right here on Sunnahfollowers. Don't forget, donate. Right here to Sunnahfollowers and dollars Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Listen, we are in dire need of donations to keep these shows running and available for you 24/7. So that means when you're in the car, it's available for you to listen to. Whether you're at work, streaming, playing a game, it's available for you to listen to. Rowing your deed and learning about the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful different topics of Islam. Listen, one of the heaviest deeds that could be placed on your scale on the Day of Judgment is sadaqah jariyah. Yes, I know, I'm trying to build deeds daily. So you can too. So listen, feel free and please, from the bottom of your heart, donate to this wonderful cause, wonderful website and platform to continually push out shows that will benefit you and the Muslim Ummah. Yes, you can donate by going to the sunnahfollowers.net website, pressing the donate tab. You can also scan the QR code in YouTube on the far left top of our videos that are streaming. Listen guys, this is very important and take this as important. We want to keep this programming available for you 24/7 so that you have access in your car, anywhere you choose to tune in to this wonderful programming. Yes, guys, it's all at your disposal. So listen, feel free to donate. Once again, remember, sadaqah jariyah, one of the heaviest deeds on your scale on the Day of Judgment. Sunnahfollowers presents a new hadith class taught by Ustada Laila Nasheeba, Riyadus Salihin, every Monday and Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers.
Due to the many television shows, American Muslims today who are ignorant to the laws and rules of polygamy in Islam have idolized it to the LDS, not understanding that the LDS way of life is man-made and not based on a book of God. Also, Mormonism is divided into two groups: the Mormons who are against polygamy and the LDS that support it. Also, those Muslims in America who idealize what they see of this lifestyle on television are not aware that it is just a scripted, televised lifestyle. In real life, these people are hiding out and on the run from the federal government due to many state and federal law violations. Join Sunnahfollowers on January 9th at 9:30 p.m. as Ustad Mukhtar Shahid and Dr. Ali Shahada discuss polygamy in Islam and how it has been compared and idealized with the LDS way of life. You do not want to miss this special Islam Q&A.
Just as a mountain breaks the horizon, Surah Al-Ra'd rises immovable, grounded in Tawheed al-Rububiyyah, crowned with thunder and lightning. When the believer descends from the heights of this impactful surah, he does not remember the thunder, which is not only a sound, but also a sign. New class here on Sunnahfollowers on the book written by Sheikh Kareem Abu Zayd, The Metaphysitic Journey Through the Quranic Mission, Surah Al-Ra'd, The Thunder Before the Storm, 2nd edition, being taught by Ustada Laila Nasheeba. Stay tuned right here for the date and time, streaming on all major platforms. Channel Sunnahfollowers.
Sister Laila live, Sister Laila live, weekly for the shower at the hour. Ask Sister Laila live, Sister Laila, invite your friends and family, get cozy. Ask Sister Laila.
Join us every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Ask Sister Laila live call-in and answer show. Please join Ustada Laila Nasheeba. If you have any questions in regards to this theme, call in at 862-370-2838. Now streaming on various platforms right here on Sunnahfollowers.
Call in.
And by the way, what are you getting up here today? Let's talk about it.
Any other questions?
This is gonna be good.
Welcome to Ask Sister Laila Live.
And by the way, what are you getting up here today? Let's talk about it.
Wait a minute.
Time for the Ask Sister Laila live show.
This is
Lines
gonna
are
be
now
good.
open. 862-370-2838.
Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulallah. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Ask Sister Laila live show. That means if you have any questions about Islam, all you have to do is type them on the screen. And inshallah, if I'm able to answer your questions, I will answer them. And if I'm not able to answer your question, just type them on the screen and I'll call Sheikh Abu Utayib, who is my teacher. He's on standby. And inshallah, he will be able to answer whatever question that you may have. So you can get started by typing whatever questions you may have. And again, whatever answers we give, we will answer based on the Quran and the authentic hadith. We do not answer based on opinion. We do not answer based on madhab. We try to base all of our answers on what Allah says in the Quran and the authentic hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And if there's a difference of opinion, we'll give you the opinions of the original, I repeat, the original companion. So you can go ahead and start typing your questions on the screen. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch, Rumble, or Instagram, or Kick, inshallah, I should be able to see your questions. Also LinkedIn. Just type on the screen and inshallah, I'll be able to see. And hopefully, I do have somebody logged in on Instagram. Is there somebody here logged in on Instagram for me? Awa? Is Awa here? Fame? This is why I always say.
Yeah, I'm about to go on there.
Okay, good. Thank you, Fame. Get on Instagram for me because I have some followers there and I can't, that's the only place I can't see on the streaming is Instagram. Yeah, so you can let me know if there's somebody there. I'm on Rumble. I can see Rumble. Okay, so just type your questions and inshallah, I'll be able to answer. And also on Bigo, for the people on Bigo, I will not allow anyone to take the mic there, because those are the worst people on there. The men there are just horrible. And so I will not open the mic up on there. If you have any questions, you can join YouTube from Bigo and type your questions on YouTube, or you can type them on Bigo and I'll be able to answer, inshallah. I apologize to the sisters in Malaysia, Afghanistan, and Uzbekistan who are using Bigo, but that's what we have to do, because I can't control. That's the only platform that I have no control over. But I can control the others. So just type your questions and inshallah, we'll answer them. And by the way, just to let everyone know, next weekend, next Friday, inshallah, next Friday will be the special Ask Sister Laila live show. That'll be the special Ask Sister Laila live, whereas the brothers requested the special topic of polygamy, and that next Friday's special Ask Sister Laila will be hosted by my cousin Mukhtar and Dr. Ali Shahada, and the topic will be polygamy, because it seems that we have a big problem ever since Lifetime Television has been hosting these scripted Mormon television shows. Unfortunately, Islam has become strange, and we have a lot of American Muslims who unfortunately belong to the African American community. The Arabs are not doing this, from what I understand. It's only the African American community. They believe that polygamy is practiced the way the LDS Mormons do it, which is not even halfway correct, not even a third correct, because the LDS Mormons are not even a religious group, really. They're a man-made group. They don't even follow a book of a law, really. They have their own scripted book written by Joseph Smith, who is a man who professed to be a prophet. And it's nothing like a law, like our religion. They have their own man-made rules, and it's just really atrocious if you think about it. And these people are hiding out from the government. They just arrested another man who claims to be a prophet. These people have all type of federal charges against them for abusing women, trafficking young girls and boys, and all kind of charges, federal charges against them. It's just horrific. And it's sad that we have a lot of African American Muslims who don't know their religion at all, to the point where they think that polygamy is practiced the way they see on a scripted television show. And so that's going to be the topic next Friday. You don't want to miss that. We're going to have my cousin Mukhtar, Ustada Mukhtar, and Dr. Ali Shahada handle and host that special topic. It's really sad how strange Islam has really become. So please make sure that everybody is here for that. And we do have a lot of questions that some of the brothers have sent in about that. And that's going to be the special topic for next week. I'll just be the one asking the questions, reading the questions, but Brother Mukhtar and Dr. Ali Shahada will be handling that special Q&A. And again, if you have anyone with any other special requests for topics, just send them in. Send them to my email, Laila Nasheeba @gmail.com, your special requests for a special topic and whatever questions you may have. And we'll try to put it on a schedule, because there are so many issues that need to be addressed for us as a nation. So just get those questions and, those topics into me. Okay, so we have a question here on the screen, and this person has been asking me questions, and I've already answered your question, and there's nothing else to really say. You've been asking me questions about romance novels. There's no one can make anything haram in Islam. I'm going to answer you for the last time. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, when it comes to our everyday life, everything is lawful in Islam, unless Allah says otherwise. If I was to sit down with a notebook and a pencil and write down everything that's haram for us, I wouldn't even have 3 pages. So I'm going to answer you for the last time. You've been asking me these questions, and I keep telling you it's all lawful. It's all lawful. You can write any book you want about whatever stories you want. Okay? It's not haram. No one can tell you that anything is haram, because only Allah has that authority. Okay? Only Allah can tell you something is haram. And if something is haram, Allah will give you the clear evidence. He will say, thou shalt not drink alcohol. Thou shalt not eat pork. Thou shalt not arch your eyebrows. Thou shalt not fornicate. The lawful and the unlawful are clear. If it's not haram, you're not going to find a verse. That's why you cannot find any hadith on this planet, or no verse in the Quran on this planet that says, thou shalt not write a romance novel. There's no such thing. That means it's lawful. You can write a romance novel as long as your romance novel is a romance novel, as long as it's not pornography. Do you understand? And I've answered that to you. I've answered that to you. If you want to write a book, about a woman and a man who are Muslim, they meet, they fall in love. That's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing in Islam that says you cannot do that. And anyone that tells you that you can't do that, they have to bring the verse where Allah said you cannot. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam loved poetry. The Arabs were the best poets of all time. They were the best writers of all time. They used to recite poems about love. They used to write poems about martyrdom. Kanza, may Allah be pleased with her, is one of the best poets of all times. She was a companion. Her books are still prevalent. Her books are still famous to this day. Okay? The Arabs wrote poems. They used to recite poems of love, poems of valor, poems of stories of everything, as long as it's not pornography. And you know the difference. If you are a true writer, I am a writer. If you are a writer, you know the difference between pornography and you know the difference between romance. If you don't know the difference, then you're not a writer. You're not a poet. You're not an author. Okay? So you keep asking me these questions. I am not going to sit here and tell you that something is haram, because I fear Allah. I believe in Allah. I love Allah, and only Allah has that authority. Now, perhaps you're hanging around with other people who don't fear Allah, because there's a lot of Muslims out there who say they believe in Allah, but they have no fear of him. And they like to issue fatwas saying everything is haram. It's haram to write books. It's haram to write stories. It's haram for a woman to be beautiful. It's haram for a woman to wear makeup. It's haram for a woman to wear colors. I'm not one of those people. I am not going to sit here and tell you that something is haram, and that when I know that there is no evidence to support it. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with you writing a book, okay, about romance or anything else, as long as whatever you're writing about does not transgress the limits of a law. Do you understand? Whatever you do, it cannot transgress the limits of a law. You are a writer. You know the limits of a law. You are a Muslim. You know the limits of a law. I am writing books. I'm trying to finish my book. I've been writing this book for the past 3 years. And the book I'm writing is a romance book. And it's in taste. It doesn't transgress the limits of a law. I'm writing a book that's in taste, and it's a romance book. And I hope to finish it soon. But I'm teaching, I'm doing my classes. It's hard for me to finish it. And my book is not transgressing the limits of a law in no way, in no shape, no form. My book is not pornography. My book is not anything that's transgressing a law's laws. Okay? In fact, my book contains a great message. Whenever I finish it, it's going to be a great message for the Muslim youth out there, for the Muslim women out there, for the Muslim men too. Okay? But if I can ever finish it because of the website, my classes. Okay? So no, there's nothing wrong with that. And also you asked me about AI. There's nothing wrong with AI. Allah is the one that gives us knowledge of technology. Technology comes from Allah. He's the one that gives us technology. It's forbidden for us to sculpt, to draw a picture of any of Allah's creation that has a soul. It's haram for me to sculpt a human being. I cannot sit here with some clay and try to sculpt a human being. I cannot sit here with paint and a pencil and try to create or draw a human being or an animal or even a cockroach, because those things have a soul. I'm competing with Allah. That's me taking my hand and I'm physically trying to duplicate what Allah does. This is haram. We can't do that. We cannot sit here and physically try to draw or duplicate what Allah does. That's haram. Okay? But using a camera, that's not drawing a picture. Using a camera, that's not taking a sculpture. That's technology. I'm not drawing the picture. If I use a camera, that's not me. I'm not creating the picture. I'm not drawing the picture. I'm not making that picture of the human being or the animal or the cockroach. Allah has given us the technology to do that. The same with AI. With AI, all I do is type the words. I'll type in there, make me a picture of an animal that has this, that, and the other. The robot does it. The AI does it. It's not me. I'm not drawing it. I'm not creating it. I'm not making it. Do you get that? So it's the same thing. That's technology. That's not you creating. That's not you physically doing that. That's you utilizing the technology that Allah has given us. Do you understand? So anyone that's telling you that you are creating something, no, that's not true. You're not physically doing anything. You're taking advantage of the technology that Allah has given us. That's the robotics. That's the AI technology. Just like that's the camera. That's the technology that Allah has given us. That's creating that picture, that photo. Do you understand? So again, Islam is easy, guys. Islam is very, very easy. Don't make it hard, okay? But you have to have the common sense to understand it. If you don't have the common sense, you're going to kill yourself up here. You're going to make the religion hard. You're going to self-destruct. All right? Islam is easy. Don't be hard on yourselves by making yourself just self-destruct. Do you understand, Lulu? Because you've been asking me these same questions, and I'm saying whoever this person is killing themselves. They're defeating, you're killing yourself. You're allowing this shaitan to make you self-destruct, make you think that because you're a Muslim, that there's no hope, that you're just nothing, that you can't do anything except destruct. You have to get out of that. All right? Go write your book and don't transgress the limits of Allah. Keep the pornography out of that. Okay? Don't transgress the limits of Allah. Just make it a book without all the filth that kafirs put in their filthy stuff. Because Allah likes that which is in good taste. Allah likes that which is filled with dignity, humility, and balance. And there's nothing wrong with you using AI generated imagery, because that's not you making the picture. You're not drawing anything. You're not doing anything. That's robotics. That's technology and robotics. Do you understand? Is it clear? Did I break it down? Simple for you. Is it clear? I hope so. I can't make it no clearer than that. I really can't. Is it clear to everybody else? Feedback.
It's clear.
Thank you, Latifa. All right. Okay. Any other questions? And I do hope to finish my book, guys. I'm almost done with my book. I've been writing this book for a couple of years, and I hope to finish my book. I wanted to finish it by this month, last month. Hopefully I can finish it this month. I'm almost done. I'm almost at the end of it, and y'all make do it that I get my book finished, because it's a good book, inshallah. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, the Arabs are known for their oratory and poets and writing. And yeah, Kanza's books are still, some of her writings are still available in the Arabic world, her poems. Yeah, they were loved.
One question
poems.
here.
Yes, go ahead.
Is it haram to try clothes outside your house?
Excuse me?
Is it haram to try clothes outside your home?
To try on clothing outside of your home?
Yeah.
No, the hadith that speaks about taking off your clothes outside of your house, again, this is common sense. This is talking about women going to the bathhouse. And we talked about that hadith. This is when the Islam had spread outside of Arabia to the Roman Empire. And this is when Muawiyah, may Allah be pleased with him, he became the caliph he made himself the caliph over Syria. And when the Syrians had embraced Islam, he sent delegations back to Medina to learn Islam from the original companions who were in Medina. And the women went to learn from Aisha, radiallahu anha, because Aisha became a scholar of Islam. So did Salama and the other wives of the Prophet too, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hafsa, others. And so they went to Aisha, radiallahu anha, to learn from her. And when Aisha met them for the first time, because a lot of the Arabic people had not seen white people before, okay? Because the Syrians, were not Arabs. They were Roman women. These were white women, Caucasian women. And when they came to Aisha, she was shocked. They came to her house. First of all, they were dressed in see-through clothing, because you guys know the Roman women wore sheer clothing that you could see through. This hadith is in Sahih Bukhari. These hadiths is not just one, it's several. They're in Sahih Bukhari. She stopped them from coming in her house. The first thing she said is, wait. She said, no. She said, you women cannot enter my house dressed like that. They said, what are you talking about? She said, the women, no women will enter the house. My house. No believing women will enter my house dressed like that in see-through clothing. She said, you have to go and put some clothing on that's not see-through, because the Roman women wore sheer see-through clothing. So they went and changed clothing. And then when they came back, she allowed them to come in. And that when they came in, that's when she said to them, she said, I heard that you women also take off your clothes and take baths together. Is that true? Because she had never met white women before. And she says, is this true that y'all take off your clothes and take baths together and bathe each other and wash each other's body and stuff? Bath houses. The Romans were known for their bath houses. They said, yes, this is true. We take off our clothes, we bathe each other, we wash each other's hair, and we do all this. She said, no. We don't do that. No, none of that either. They said, what's wrong with that, mother of the believers? And she let them know. She said, any woman who takes off her clothes anywhere other than the house of her husband has torn down the screen between her and Allah. She says certain things. She said, this is the first lesson that you women are going to have from me. She said, Muawiyah sent you women here to learn from me. Well, the first lesson I'm going to teach you is certain haya, modesty that you have to have as women, because what you women do back in your country, you got to have some haya. You don't take off your clothes around other women and get naked and show your bodies and bathe each other. We don't do that. You're a Muslim now. So that hadith is talking about that. And I brought this hadith up because we women today, a lot of you sisters like to go to Bally's and you like to work out in these public gyms. You take off your clothes and go to these gyms and do showers with the cap for women and get naked in front of women. That's what this hadith is talking about. This hadith is not talking about trying on clothes. This hadith ain't talking about that. This hadith is talking about what you sisters are doing. Like when you look at these TikTok programs, You got a famous Muslim woman. She calls herself the fitness woman. What is she doing? Y'all see her working out at Bally's. You know, we don't do that as Muslim women. We don't get naked. We don't go to the public gyms and work out with kafir women. That's not the behavior of a Muslim woman. We're supposed to have haya. We don't go into a public spa and get naked. That's what we're talking about. Do you sisters understand? And I know it's hard for you to understand because, like I was teaching in my 6:30 class, most American Muslims belong to the Murji'ah. The Murji'ah. Most American Muslims are of the Murji'ah sects, where you have, they don't follow. They call themselves Ahlu Sunnah wal Jamaat, but they're not. You're not following. You're not following the way of those companions. If Aisha were living today, Salama were living today, and they saw how you Muslim women today in America behave, working out in gyms, on TikTok, doing what y'all doing, these women would have they would be like, oh no, where are fitness Muslim was? What are you women crazy? I don't care how fit you are. That's between you and Allah. It's not for the world to see you being fit. If you are into fitness, that's between you and Allah and your husband behind closed doors. That's not for social media to see. You women have made a spectacle of yourselves. Allah tells us in the Quran, do not make a spectacle of yourself. Oh, you women who believe, do not make a spectacle of yourselves like you used to do before Islam. And here we got American Muslim women making spectacles of themselves on TikTok, YouTube, Murji'ah. So that's what that's talking about as far as taking off your clothes. We're talking about being a public spectacle, to be seen, intentionally, deliberately seen in the public's eye as a spectacle. Because you're a fitness woman. You're into fitness. That ain't nobody's business. Or you're in a public spa. Even if your husband allowed it, that means your husband's a nincompoop. What God-fearing man is going to take his wife to a public gym for the world to see his wife working out? Would the prophet do that to Aisha? A man is supposed to have a natural jealousy for his wives. Would Umar, radiallahu anha, take his wife to a public gym to exercise? No, he wouldn't. Would the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam do that? This is how we Muslims have corrupted this religion today. There's no haya. There's no sanctity in Islam no more. It's sad. It's sad. And then we call ourselves like the sunnah. We call ourselves people like the sunnah. We call ourselves being like the companion. We're nothing. We are nothing like the original companions. We're nothing like them. We're so far away from them. If the companions were here today, they wouldn't think we were Muslim at all. They would think that we were all hypocrites. What man would do that? Take his wife to a public gym where men are. Kafir men is that, to look at your wife? So no, if you want to try on your clothes you buying something, you go in a private stall, close the door and try on your clothes. Of course you can do that. But can you go to a public gym, take off your clothes and be with a bunch of women pumping it and taking a shower together and stuff? No. That's the hadith. Any woman who removes her clothes anywhere other than her husband's home or her home or her mother's home has removed the barrier, the screen between her and Allah. You're out of Allah's protection. You've let down the protection between you and Allah, whether your husband is a nincompoop and lets you do it or not. You're both as stupid. And Allah knows best. Do you sisters get what I'm saying? Common sense. We have to use common sense in this religion. Do you understand? Ask the person, does she understand? You can try on your clothes when you go shopping. Make sure you go in a private booth, close the door where no one can see you. And there's no other women in there with you. Because we got LGBTQ. We got LGBTQ Muslims too, believe it or not. By the way, I was just looking at a video. They built a women's mosque in a Muslim country. What country was that I was just looking at? So they even got a LGBTQ mosque in some Muslim country. It's just said Jordan. Yeah, in Jordan. They built the first Muslim women's mosque in Jordan. I was just looking at that before this class, before this Q&A. The LGBTs are everywhere. So make sure ain't no women in there with you too. It's sad. Yeah. Any other questions? Ask her, did I answer her? So yeah, she can try on.
Yeah, she says she understands. And then her next question is, can you take money from your husband without him knowing for charity?
Yes, and it will serve as a charity for him too. Yes, that we have the hadith where Salama, may Allah be pleased with her, asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam about that, and he told her yes, and it will count as a charity for her husband too, because it was his money. Yes, it will count as a charity for him as well. As well. Yeah, as well. Yes. And by the way, we're going to have, that's something else we're working on too. Inshallah, we're going to have a special Zoom meeting, a private Zoom meeting workshop on that. It'll be private. I'm not going to stream that one. It's going to be a private Zoom meeting workshop on charity for women. I'm gonna give you more information on that. That's gonna be a special workshop that I think Dr. Ali Shahada is gonna do for you guys, for you sisters on that. I'm gonna be sending out more information on that this month. Dr. Ali is gonna do a special Zoom meeting. It's gonna be private. And it's going to just be for a certain amount of people. I'll send out more information about charity that sisters can do to answer that. I forgot the topic, but I'll let you guys know. It's going to be sometime this month. And that'll be on my Zoom, inshallah. Because somebody else had asked that. And he wants to cover that as a special Zoom topic. And I'm not going to stream it. It'll just be for the people. You have to sign up for it. Inshallah. Yeah. Any other questions? She has any other ones?
Yeah. Must the husband pay for his wife's Hajj, or is it not his obligation?
The man is yeah, of course. He's a provider and maintainer. That's his job. And this is what I want you sisters to understand. Hajj, in order to make Hajj, you have to meet the criteria. If you don't meet the criteria, then Hajj is not an obligation for you. Number one, you have to have a mahram if you're a woman. And number two, Hajj is for the rich, not the poor. Hajj is expensive. Hajj is for the rich, not the poor. If your husband can't afford to take you on Hajj, then it's not obligatory for you. Your husband has to take you on Hajj. That's his obligation. If he can't afford to take you on Hajj, then don't worry about it, sisters. Hajj is not for the poor, it's for the rich. That's why it's the last pillar. That's why it's the last pillar, because it's not for the poor. Allah is the one that calls you to Hajj. If he ain't calling you to it, then don't worry about it. Okay? It's the last pillar, and it's not, you got to be rich. It's not for the poor. Don't worry about Hajj. Do all your other obligations. If you don't meet the criteria for Hajj, don't worry about it. When you die, your children can make it on your behalf. Allah does not hold you accountable for what you could not do. Remember, your intentions are everything. Allah knows that if you had met the criteria, you would have made it. Allah is not going to punish you for not making Hajj. Because he knows you didn't meet the criteria. He knows that if you had met it, you would have made it. So you sisters need to stop worrying about Hajj, because Hajj ain't for you if you don't meet the criteria. It's not an obligation. Allah is not going to hold you accountable for Hajj, but he is going to hold you accountable for not making your 5 prayers every day. He is going to hold you accountable for not knowing that those names and attributes. He is going to hold you accountable for not having the correct belief system. Focus on your aqidah. Focus on making those 5 prayers every day. Focus on making up your Ramadan, the days of fasting. He's going to hold you accountable for those obligations that you could meet, such as aqidah, which most of our aqidah is messed up. Ramadan, which most of you sisters ain't doing. Prayer, which a lot of y'all are half doing. He's going to hold you accountable for that stuff. Hajj, he ain't going to even ask you about, because he knew that you didn't meet the criteria, that you didn't have the money, and you didn't have the mahram. He ain't going to ask you about Hajj. But he is going to ask you about them other ones. Okay? And this is what Shaitan does. He'll make you focus on the stuff that Allah ain't going to ask you about, to keep your mind off of Tawheed, which is what he is going to ask you about. And those prayers, and that Ramadan, and that Zakat. That's how Shaitan gets us. And don't worry about Hajj. You ain't there yet. Some of us will never be there. Some people die and ain't had a chance to make Hajj. So what? Don't worry about it. Your kids can make it for you, or your grandkids. Or Allah won't even ask you because you just didn't. Some people, there's a lot of people that live in Saudi Arabia that are never able to make Hajj, because the government won't let them, because they just don't have the money, and the government won't let them. You'd be surprised how many people just can't make Hajj and have never made it. So stop worrying about that. Now, if you had the money and you were married, that's different. But for you poor people, don't worry about Hajj. Seriously. And you single women, you definitely shouldn't be worrying about Hajj.
Yeah. And then she asked, what makes someone able financially?
Oh God, that's like asking me, how can I go find a job, Laila? Real simple. You got $10,000? How much it costs to make Hajj now? $10,000? What kind of question is that?
I don't know. Ask your husband to go work 10, 2 or 3, 4 jobs. What kind of question is that to ask me? What makes you financially able? I don't know. I don't know your financial situation, sister. What kind of question is that to ask me? I don't know. I don't know your financial situation. Why come your husband told you he can't take you on Hajj? You married? Are you married? Ask her, is she married?
She said, yeah, he has money saved, just making sure it was his responsibility.
Okay, ask her what reason did he tell her he can't take her? That's a question she'd be talking about with her husband. Did he tell you whatever reason he told you he can't take you on Hajj, you need to talk about it with him. I can't ask you why he can't take you on Hajj. I can't answer that. Talk about it with your husband. I don't know how y'all living. I don't even know where you live at. Okay? I don't know where you live at, how you living. So ask your husband what makes him financially unable. That's the conversation you're going to have to talk about with your husband, sweetheart. I can't answer that.
He said it's expensive and not his obligation.
Oh, well. Only thing I can tell you, sister, is talk to your husband. I can't jump in that argument with you and him. I don't know your living situation. And if you can talk with an imam too. You got an imam at your masjid? Have a shura with your local imam. And ask your imam to have a meeting with you and your husband. If you think that you got money and your husband's just holding out, but it is his responsibility to take you on Hajj, have a meeting with your local imam. Okay? Tell her to have a meeting with your local imam. Ask him, can you have a meeting with him and your husband about Hajj? Because I don't know y'all's situation. But it is expensive. You know.
And then the last question here, is it haram for a Muslim woman to get a body massage?
No, it's not haram to get a body massage as long as your body massage is from another woman. And she's doing it the right way, where she's covering you up, as she's giving you a massage. Some people have to have a massage for medical reasons. I know when I had my surgery, I had to have a medical massage. And the lady that did me the right way, where she covered me up as she massaged the parts of my body that needed it to be massaged. Okay? Again, it's what we do. What we do as Muslims, we do with dignity and humility. We have haya, we have modesty. And if you're getting a massage done the right way, they're not going to have you laying there naked where some LGBTQ woman can have her way with you. When they give you a real body massage, they have you covered with a blanket and they're massaging you, but they've got you covered where they're doing what they do medically with their hands to do what they do, but it's still done with dignity. Whereas they're not overstepping their boundaries. Yes, you can get about that type of massage. That's what I had to have done because of the surgery I had on my knees and stuff. Yes, you can get a body massage, but make sure you go to the trained professional ones. Because if they're going to do it the right way, they cover you up when they're doing it. They're not even looking at your body. Your body is covered and they're doing it the right way, where your body parts are covered and it's done the medical way. Yes, you can get it done. Yes. Yes, I used to get them done for about a year after I had my knee surgery. I don't need them now, thank God, alhamdulillah. But they were very good, especially with your back and stuff too. If you got the stiff and the back, the muscles in the back and all of that too, yes. And they'll put the rocks on too. They'll even give you the massage where they'll put the heated rocks on. Yes, that's all treatment. That's a treatment. That's all medical treatment. And it's done the right way where you're covered. Exactly. And let them know that you're a Muslim. Tell them that you're a Muslim. And they'll definitely do you the right way. Exactly. Yes. Go ahead. Type your questions, guys. Yeah, just because you're a Muslim doesn't mean that you can't get, the treatment that we need and stuff. Let the people know that you're a Muslim coming in for that treatment. They'll know how to do you. They'll tell you to keep your hijab on and everything. You don't have to take your hijab off, none of that. Mm-hmm. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. The religion is not hard, guys. Islam is a way of life. You can be Muslim and live this life. It's just that, we make it hard. We make it hard by, number one, not learning our religion. We have to learn this religion. Seeking knowledge is an obligation on all of us. And we have to learn it the right way, starting with Aqidah. And once you learn Aqidah, learn the lawful and the unlawful, then you'll realize, subhanAllah, I'm not as restricted as I thought I was. And everything makes sense. Islam makes sense because Islam appeals to the heart. Islam appeals to the heart, and it appeals to common sense. Allah's laws make sense. Everything good and clean. Everything is good and clean. Allah's laws are good and clean. It appeals to your humanity. It appeals to what's good and clean. Exactly. It makes sense. Exactly. If it's bad and dirty, it's haram. It's wrong. Exactly. Now, some things, like I said, you can just think common sense. Some things should make sense to you. Why would I need somebody to do that to me? I mean, seriously, why would I need someone to do that to me? The sister here is asking a question here. I don't know if y'all probably can't see because she's on a different platform. No, y'all can't see her because she's not a part of your group. She's asking about, for example, that doesn't make sense. That's bad and dirty. You can tell that should tell you right there that shouldn't be lawful. The Brazilian, the Brazilian thing, wax. That should tell you right there. What would a Muslim woman need a Brazilian wax for? You do that yourself. Why would you need somebody giving you a Brazilian wax? That's my private area. That's private. That's private. Like she said, that should tell you right there that why would I need someone giving me a Brazilian wax treatment? That doesn't even seem right. That doesn't even sit right with my heart because that's private. I can give myself a Brazilian wax. I can take care of myself down there. Right. It appeals. Islam appeals to your heart. What's good and clean. The heart. Brazilian wax. I do that myself. See? Common sense. And believe it or not, women do that. And why would they do that? Of course, there's exceptions to every rule. Okay. There's always exceptions to every rule. But a Brazilian wax, why would I pay somebody to give me a Brazilian wax when I can do that myself with a razor blade or wax myself? Now, there's exceptions. What would the exception be? Can somebody tell me what would an exception be for the Brazilian wax? To show you how Islam appeals to the intellect and to the heart. Can anybody think of an exception for Brazilian wax? Sisters, you women can think. What would be an exception for a Brazilian wax? Can any of you sisters think? Latifa, none of y'all can think of an exception for Brazilian wax? Come on, sisters. Who's in my Zoom room? Can none of y'all think? Let me see who's in there. Oh, I hate to do this. Oh, can't see none of y'all. Oh, I ain't got nobody in here. Fresno, can you think of an exception for a Brazilian wax? Left brain. Fresno. Come on, all these women here. Y'all can't think of an exception to when a Brazilian wax would be needed or given?
The doctor said it, I guess.
Yeah, but what can you think of when a person would need it? When a person or what type of person would need a Brazilian wax down there?
Girl, I don't know. Yeah, I'll do my own.
Yeah, we do our own, but can you imagine a person that probably couldn't do their own? I'm trying to make it easy for you. Give me that. Can y'all think of the exception? Latifa.
Oh, somebody whose hands are cramped up or something. No?
A disabled woman or a woman that's too obese.
Too what?
Obese.
Oh, she can't reach it.
Right. Oh, okay. I had a client like that. One of my clients that I worked with before I retired, she was so obese. She weighed about 600 pounds. She needed to be waxed. She needed to be shaved. I couldn't get down there and shave her. I wasn't going to. The smell was atrocious. You know what I did? I called the supervisor because this client was 600 pounds. And this was a day that I couldn't get out of my job, y'all. I couldn't take union time. They said, Laila, you got to work the floor. I said, I can't work the floor. They said, you got to shave her. I said, I can't shave her. The smell was atrocious. You know what Laila did? I called supervisor. I say, can I make an appointment to get her a Brazilian wax job? I didn't just, they wanted me to shave everything. Because, you know, non-Muslim women shave legs, thighs. They wanted Laila to do that. I told them, I can't do that. I couldn't.
Was she an 8 or something?
She was not cared for. You know, I worked in that Department of Disabilities, and this client, they happened to pull me. I was making extra money, working holiday pay, And they took me, I went to a unit where this client and nobody had taken care of her. She was so covered in hair. And they said, Laila, I said, I'm going on union time. They said, you can't take union time. You working for the money. You got to go in there and give her a shave. I said, I ain't shaving her. The smell was atrocious. You know what Laila did? I called supervisor. I said, I'll make an appointment. I'll pay for her. I'll pay for her to have a bikini wax. And not only will I pay for her to have a bikini wax, I'll have him wax her whole body because Laila ain't doing it. Girl, you know how much money I paid? $250. Exception to the rule because I wasn't waxing all that off. So that's an exception. She was too big, obese. And she thanked me. And I felt good because that client thanked me. When we got through, she looked at me. She said, thank you. She said, because they never shave me. They never shave me, and I can't shave myself because she can't reach herself because she was so big. And they had to put 4 tables together. She was so wide and big, they put 4 tables together to lay her down to do it. So I can see a bikini wax in a case like that. But for us Muslims, inshallah, none of us would allow ourselves to get that big. You know, this was obesity because of neglect. I think the staff neglected her. So I can see some exceptions, but normally, no, a bikini wax, you can do that yourself. But, you know, massages and body massage, yeah, you go and they cover you up to give you a massage and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Exceptions to every rule.
And they don't, when I went for mine, they don't do nothing to the front of me. It's all my back.
Yeah. For the massage, yeah. You lie down and they put the blanket over you and do it, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Islam, like I say, their religion is not hard. Islam is easy. You know, I mean, not that much stuff is haram for us, but we have to have haya. You know, they're Muslim women. We are women of dignity and humility. We have to have haya about certain things. We don't sit there and work out in a gym with a bunch of men and there's none of that stuff and take off our clothes and get naked in a spa with, you know, other women. And we don't do that type of behavior, you know, and you just don't go and get a bikini wax, you know, no, because I'm just going to be like the Kardashians. No, we don't do that. Certain things we take care of ourselves, you know. But we are deviating away from that today. We're becoming more and more like the non-Muslim women. And by the way, Fresno, if you can look on YouTube, this is what the new Zoom looks like on my computer. If you can see it, look on YouTube. Okay, this is what the new Zoom looks like on my computer. Yeah, look at my computer. Look how y'all look, the box and stuff. Like I said, I like the look and feel.
You say look on YouTube, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look how it looks. See y'all's names there, and this is the new setup. This new setup. See that? See y'all's names? This Can you see it?
What, the names down there in the live chat box or something you talking about?
You see y'all at the side? Look how you see the dark look. Look how y'all see.
Oh, okay, over there at the side.
And then look, watch, and then watch this. When I show you, remember I told you all my stuff. Look, everything on the side, the controls. Look, See how the controls are all on the side? Can you see that? Is it on the side? Look.
Oh, yeah, I see you went down there to the side.
See, yours is not on the side when you go in there. Look, everything's on the side. Look, everything's on the side here.
I see the right side. Yeah, I see.
Yours is not like this. Look, my little video at the side. Touch up appearance. Everything's on the side. And you see everything's dark. Yours is not dark like this?
On my computer, no.
I wonder why. Oh, look, auto frame. I can click auto frame. Look, and it'll follow me when I move. This is auto framing, portrait light. Look, portrait lighting.
Oh, yeah, I see you moving.
All this, everything is on the side. Why come your computer ain't like? Look, I can change my backgrounds. Look, everything changes. It's all on the side here. And yours, yours ain't like this.
No, wait a minute, let me make it bigger.
Why come yours ain't on the side?
Yours is down. Everybody's names is at the bottom of mine up under.
But remember, I told you to click on the view. Maybe because look, see at the top here. See how I'm on the top right here where it says view. If you got speaker, gallery, and multi-speaker, and then look, I can change theme. The meeting wallpaper, look, I can go to blue or purple, blue, different thing. You don't have none of this?
Oh, Laila, I see you moving. Yeah, I see your color.
Yeah,
how you do that?
That's what I'm saying. Why come you don't have none of this?
I don't know. Maybe I'm in the wrong spot. Is it in the spot where it has?
No, it just is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why. And
you set me auto wallpaper. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it. I see it.
On your everything's on the and everything's on the side here. Look, I put you.
But everything ain't on the side of mine though. I have to go up here to view, and on the view, that little box fall down where it says full screen, slow meeting times.
Why come yours ain't on the side?
I don't know. It's not.
Oh, I made myself freeze. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Why are yours?
I don't know.
That's weird. I made me bigger on here too when I did that.
What if I do that on my phone? If it's like that on my phone. Well, it's not like that on my computer at all.
I don't know.
And nothing on the side. What's different for me is on my computer, the names are at the bottom up under your picture. And then when I click on participant, then I'll put the names back to regular to put them back over there like how they used to be. But they still under your picture. The names are still under your picture.
That's weird.
All the names. But it's nothing to the side. I have to go up there and click on view to do what you're talking about.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I gotta figure it out.
That is really weird. I like this, and I like the dark, but it was something that I clicked on to make it a dark thing. I know I didn't. I didn't click on to make a dark thing. I don't know how it went dark, but it must be something. And look, right here, everything is here, but it must be something. Here's settings. There must be something that made it go display. There must be something that made it go, look, single window. Oh, I got it on single window with tabs. I try clicking on settings and then go to display. Maybe I got single window with tabs. Maybe yours is on dual window. And I got mine on dark. That's what it is. Because look, if I take it off dark, it goes light. Yeah. Okay, I got it on dark. You can't click it on dark. I got it on dark right panel. Okay. Yours must be like this, white. I got mine on dark. Yeah, you can click the settings and put it on dark. And you must have yours on dual window, see? And mine is on single window.
Oh, change theme.
Yeah. Because I clicked on settings. They got a setting tab. By the way, guys, there's a new update for the Zoom. So y'all can update y'all Zoom and play with it and change your settings. Y'all see how my settings look. Because Dr. Ali is going to start doing some stuff in here in the Zoom room. So y'all can fix. I like this dark setting. Y'all see that it doesn't hurt the eyes. Okay, here's another question here. Is it permit? Oh, that's the same question about the massage. Okay. Any other questions? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, one more here. If a woman if a woman has inheritance, is the husband not obligated to pay for her Hajj?
Okay, these are questions about this husband. It's the man's responsibility to provide and maintain the woman. It's not the woman's job, whether she has an inheritance or not. A woman's money is hers. It's not whether she's got money or not, like myself. You know, it's not my job to provide and maintain. It would be my husband's job to pay my rent, buy my food, buy my clothing, regardless of how much money I get each month. So whether you have an inheritance or not, that's your business. Your money is yours. Okay? Your husband's job is to provide and maintain. So it seems to me that what this sister needs to do is make an appointment with her local imam, because it seems to me like she's married to a man who doesn't want to do his job as a husband. He believes that because she has an inheritance, he doesn't have to provide for her. He doesn't have to maintain her. He doesn't have to take her on Hajj or do anything for her. That's not Islam. In Islam, it's his job to provide for her. It's his job to maintain her. And it's his job to protect her, to take her on Hajj, to buy her food, to buy her clothing, and to provide her shelter, whether she's got an inheritance or not. Khadija, radiallahu anha, was a wealthy woman, but the Prophet Muhammad provided, he maintained, he protected. He provided the food, the clothing, and he provided the shelter. Okay? So this man is not doing his job. He's just living with her and not doing his job. So what she needs to do is make an appointment with the local imam of her community, demand to have a shura so that the imam can lay it down and let this man know that it's his job to be a husband to her. And if he's not going to do his job as a husband, then she has the right for a khula, which is a divorce. Because what is she married to him for? Okay, if he's not going to do his job as a husband and a man, then what is the point in being married? She can take care of herself by herself. And if she's got children, if she's got a son, she can make Hajj with her son. If he doesn't want to take her on Hajj, then, you know, she can divorce him and make Hajj with her son. It's going to be expensive because she's going to have to pay for her son and she's going to pay for herself. Okay? Because Hajj is for the rich, not the poor. If she got money, if she got $20,000, then she can make Hajj. I don't know how much it costs. You know, if it's $10,000 a piece, then that's $20,000. She got to find out how much it costs to make Hajj, if that's what she wants to do. She needs to call one of them Hajj travel agencies and find out how much it costs to make Hajj. But tell her she needs to, I can't help her because this is a personal marital problem. And she needs, the only one that can help her is her local imam. And she needs to make an appointment with him so he can lay down the law with her husband. Because it sounds like she's married to a deadbeat husband. And it's a lot of them around, unfortunately. So she's got to make a decision whether she's going to be married to a deadbeat husband or not. So tell her just make an appointment with her local imam. She needs marital counseling from him. I can't help her. I'm just a woman. And no man is going to listen to a woman. And Allah knows best. Yeah. Yeah, sad. These are the days that we're living in, guys, where the men don't want to do their job as men because she's got an inheritance. He doesn't want to provide and maintain for his wife. What kind of man is that? That's not even a man. That's a wimp. That's really sad. I mean, what's wrong with the men today? You don't want to take care of your wife? What kind of stuff is that? What kind of man is that? Sad. What kind of example is that? Is that setting for your sons? Lord have mercy. That's sad. Well, that's why he doesn't want to take her on Hajj. He doesn't want to do nothing. He just wants to, I don't know what he wants. He just don't want to be a man. You know, men go through menopause too. Maybe he's going through menopause, you know. Who knows? So she's to talk with her imam. You know. Yeah. And not all men are like that. We got some good brothers here too. We got some brothers that take care of their wives really well. Yeah, any other questions? And by the way, guys, tomorrow is Saturday. And oh gosh, I just forgot what class we got tomorrow. Sister Samat is going to do her class starting next Saturday, not tomorrow. She's going to resume her classes next Saturday. Tomorrow we have Jamali, right? Is it going to be Jamali? I think tomorrow he's continuing with, he's doing Surah Al Imran, right? Tomorrow, inshallah, we have Jamali at, my class at 9:30, the Thunder. Yeah, everybody's looking forward to that. Me too. We have my class on the Thunder at 9:30, but Jamali's class is at 8, I think. 8 o'clock is Jamali's class on Al Imran. And my class at 6:30. Yeah, I'll be continuing with the names of Allah at 6:30. Jamali's at 8, and then the Thunder is at Jamali's class is at at 8, inshallah. Okay, are there any other questions before we close out? I hope the sister that with her book, I hope you finish your book, write your book. I really hope I'm going to be writing in mine tonight. Inshallah, I'm going to try to get a chapter written in mine tonight. I'm trying to finish my book up. Fresno, work on your computer. This is how it should be looking. Like I said, I got mine going to but if you click on settings, that's how I got it in dark mode. I like this dark mode. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I like everything in one panel to the right. Yeah. Yeah, next weekend. And by the way, guys, please support this Dawah effort. Thanks to the donations you guys sent in. The streaming server was paid for, alhamdulillah. I got your donations that y'all sent in today. Please continue to donate because it's the first of the month. You know, it costs $2,000 a month to run this website. You know, we are a nonprofit organization. We need your donation. Sabrina, I got your donation too. Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you, Sabrina. I got yours. In fact, yours was the last one I got before the class. Please, guys, send your donations in so we can get the money for this website. We can keep these videos coming. Click on the tab that says Shorts, because I put the shorts out from yesterday's Metcalf Siddiq Tafsir class on Surah Ma'idah. The ones about how Allah says, "Oh, you who believe, to get your attention. I'm going to have those shorts on the quiz tomorrow. The shorts that I put out, those will be on the quiz. I'm going to start doing that. The quiz that I will give you, which will be tomorrow, will have will be based off the shorts. I'm going to ask the question, how does Allah grab your attention? What type of phrases does Allah use to grab our attention in the Quran that appeals to us on every level? That's going to be one question. What levels does Allah appeal to us that man can't appeal to? That's going to be another. Okay? I can appeal to you on a spiritual level and an emotional level, but Allah can appeal to us on every other level. Give me the examples of what other levels. Those are going to be the questions. And of course, I'm going to ask questions on the quiz like, can I make up a name such as Allah is the descender? Allah is the ascender. Can I give Allah a name like that? Can I refer to Allah as the one who causes thunder? Can I refer to Allah as the one who brings thunder, the thunder bringer? I'm going to ask questions like that on the quiz tomorrow at 6:30 when we do the quiz on Allah's names and attributes. So I'm going to make sure y'all look at those shorts that I put out. Share those shorts on your social media. This is how we can put in your heart, the meaning of Allah's names and attributes and how to use them correctly and how to not use them, inshallah. All right. Okay. Any other questions, comments? All right. Inshallah, I'm going to log out. Don't forget, be here tomorrow. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Inshallah, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good night.